una grande sorpresa che sta piacendo a molti, il Frankenstein Del Toro, che era il film più atteso, il film evento di questo festival.
Sicuramente il film della Benania, mi sta sfuggendo il titolo in questo momento. Spero Silent Friend, che ho visto adesso e che è una bomba di fine festival, e credo e spero un Other Choice.
È un film bellissimo in competizione, sicuramente il film di Jim Jarmusch.
Quest'anno per noi a Crediti Verdi è stato molto difficile prenotare, cosa che non era successa gli anni scorsi. Però alla fine ce l'ho fatta recuperare tutto e anche i miei amici.
So we're Finne and Mathis, we're both students here in the Film Festival of Venice, and we have watched 15 films already, and
we also just said to each other that we think the overall level of films this year is very high, especially if we compare it to last year. I mean, it was good last year, but this year I think it's even better than last year.
With the both films, Begonia and No Other Choice, we had like a really amazed feeling of this whole world building of the both films. It's well written, every department is well combined, and just
What
overall,
about Frankenstein?
For me, it was not really my kind of movie, not my genre.
I really liked it. Yeah. I think I never saw any other Frankenstein movie, but my biggest first thought after the movie was, I think you cannot make a movie about the story better than this. I think it was, with the source material, the best you could do.
La mia classifica per adesso, No Other Choice è il primo posto, Frankenstein secondo, sinceramente sarei combattuto con No Other Choice, però sento di metterlo al secondo posto, e per adesso direi terzo posto The Wizard of the Kremlin. Sì.
Primo posto No Other Choice di Parker Book, secondo posto io dico Sotto le nuvole di Rosi, e terzo posto era Frankenstein.
Bugonia poteva essere un candidato, però il finale lo decidió, oppure No Other Choice.
No Other Choice.
The Voice of Indrajab e La Grazia, Sotto le nuvole. Perché anche gli altri mi sono piaciuti quasi tutti, ma Below the Cloud secondo me con Rosi ha qualche possibilità in più di essere considerato bene.
The Voice of Indrajab sicuramente, The House of Dynamite se è in concorso.
Io direi The Voice,
Ok.
di Indrajab, e Elisa, che ho visto oggi.
I really don't know what to say because I'm here until the beginning of the festival. I think I've seen like 25 films. It's very hard question because most of the films were on the same level for me. So I would say I would do it negatively. So the film I wouldn't pick up, even though I didn't watch them. Asaya's film about the maggot of the Kremlin. Yeah, I hated it. Really, it was an awful film for me. Even the book was not that good because the book was just like representing Russia with a lot of prejudices, but like good prejudices. And I think the film is going that way as well. The film by like Sakharov, yeah, for example, the film by Sakharov as well. For me, it was like 5 hours. Really, it just how do you say that? Onanism, yeah, onanism. And I think there is a survalorization of this director because people want to have something good coming from Russia, and because there is not that good things coming from Russia, they just use Sakharov as the representative of some kind of cinema that doesn't exist anywhere, even though it's not very good cinema.
This year the debate about which film will win basically is a political debate, whether to give the film to The Voice of Indrajab or not. I personally think that it should not win the Golden Lion because I think as a piece of cinema it's actually not that good. As a matter of fact, I have a lot of problems with this film in itself, but the political urgency of the subject matter merits an award in itself already. I hope that it will win at best second prize, some jury prize, as a way to comment on the urgency of the film. But that immediately opens up a big kind of void which film will win in a competition that doesn't have a lot of, let's say, big, huge films that shoot to the top. A lot of the films are heavily debated. I personally thought beforehand that it might be The Testament of Anne Lee or House of Dynamite by Catherine Bigelow that could possibly win. But one day before the award ceremonies, at this point I honestly really don't know It feels like a very confused competition in that sense. Given the fact that the jury president is Alexander Payne and that he likes streamlined, concise, well-written scripts, I would say that Fastfood and Bigelow might have an advantage over the rest because they tell at least a somewhat linear story with emotional urgency. So I think it will pivot somewhere between these three films: The Testament of Enlil, House of Dynamite, and The Voice of Indra Jab. However, I could be completely wrong, and that The Voice of Indra Jab will win for very obvious reasons. That's, I think, it.